Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. So today I am riding the Magicycle Deer. Yeah, I've been taking this bike out a little bit more since we haven't been taking it out at all in the last couple of months, actually. Alright, we did it once or twice recently, but yeah, it was a couple months, I think, before that time. So we're giving the deer a little bit of a workout. So where are we headed today? I thought I'd head towards Bussy Woods again today. Current weather right now is about 71, 72 degrees. It's going to get a little warmer today. Now, Mrs. Wright and I went out to the Fox River Trail recently, and that's been running on video for the last couple of videos. So she's back at work, and I'm out riding on my own again. So a couple of comments concerning that particular ride as we ride forward here. Yeah, we did less mileage this time than we did the very first time we went. The very first time we went in one direction, went back, went in the opposite direction, came back, went again in the first direction, and came back. So we did probably around 40 miles. This time, we only did about 28 miles or so. I probably could have run on a single battery all the way back to the car if I wanted to. Probably could have done 26, 27 miles on it, and then probably would have ran out at that point. So, he's waving me forward. So I changed out the battery. I figured, hey, why not? I mean, it's really, it's not worth draining your battery down to zero. Well, it never really goes to zero. What really happens is you'll get to a voltage where the bike just won't function anymore based on the voltage that's left on the battery. The battery really never drains to zero. It's just your bike can't talk. Your bike can't function past a certain voltage. So I figured, why push it to that level? I have a second battery. Let's just stick a second battery on there. So when it was down to about 1.5 to 2 bars, because it was teeter-tottering between 1 and 2 bars, I figured, well, I might as well just go ahead and change it out. Got a second battery anyways, why not? Plus, Mrs. Wright was pretty much done after the 26 or so miles that we rode. 28, I don't know, so whatever it happened to have been. I can't remember anymore. But I'll tell you that having that car rack really made a difference. I mean, we were able to load up and unload so much quicker than having to fold it and stick it inside the car. So that is the way to go. I know that not everyone can do it though. You have to have a vehicle that will accept the 2-inch hitch. Then you got to put the hitch on there. I think the hitch cost us about $375. The rear car rack is about $399 from Magicycle. We were lucky enough that Magicycle gave us one. And so if you're able to do that, I'll tell you, it is a lot easier with it on than it is to put, even if it is, to fold it up and put it inside the vehicle. And what we did is we backed up the vehicle closer to the wall of a building. So even though you could still have taken it if you wanted to, because there's still a gap between the vehicle and the building, it doesn't have the rear rack sticking out the other direction where everyone can see it. So all they could see is really the front of our vehicle, if that makes any sense. I think that's really the best way to do it. Unload your bikes, and turn the car around. Don't let everyone see everything. The more you can hide it, the better it is. But the problem is of course, thieves then have an easy route to take your stuff because nobody's really seeing them then. There is that. But if they don't even know it's there because they've driven by and they can't see it in the first place, then I think in the long run, it might be safer. So I had throttled most of that ride, trying to keep up with Mrs. Wright. And as you know, she typically pedals the entire time. And she said that, you know, between the ride we did to Wisconsin and the ride that we did just at the Fox River Trail, she's realized that sitting on the saddle that entire time, and then hitting all the bumps on the roads and stuff, she wants a suspension seat post. Yeah, she wants her own suspension seat post. I really don't blame her. That is a lot to ask for her to ride the entire time. You know, we don't take really a break. We just kind of keep going. We only took a break for lunch. And yeah, it's a lot to do, you know, especially when you're pedaling, right? So yeah, she deserves to get a suspension seat post. So we'll order one of those up, and get one. We'll get it from Magicycle, and thank you to them, of course. I know they do provide me with things that they don't have to. Quite frankly, they could charge me for everything if they wanted to, but we have a good working relationship, and they know that I do help promote their product when we have it. So yeah, thank you to them. We also asked for a bike cover. Yeah, we store a couple of the bikes out in the garage, and we noticed that those bikes really start to look kind of dirty. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but in the garage, you know, you would think it's just sitting there. I mean, how dirty can it get? But yeah, there's dust and dirt and everything that gets on that thing. We were even seeing spider webs and you name it, it's on there. So Magicycle does sell bike covers. They have a dual cover and a single cover. The dual cover is like if you had two bikes not sitting next to each other, like front to back. I mean side to side. You could use their I think it's the XXL version that allows you to put two bikes side by side and then put one cover over the two bikes. And that's how we have it in the garage. So we've asked them for one of those as well. It might not be this month. It might be next month that we'll get it. So it's perfectly okay. We're happy to just get it. You know, we'll deal with it up to that point. So anyway, that's what Mrs. Wright would like to get on her bike seat. I think if she puts it on her Jaguar Rundy, I may move mine to the Jaguar Rundy as well. I know what she's saying because I feel it too, you know, because that bike only has a front suspension. It is a smaller bike, and if we're gonna ride these long trip rides, it might be better to put it on that bike. Now, we could jump them back and forth, jump that seat back and forth between bikes, but again, it does have that sleeve, right? So unless I get additional sleeves to put in there, it's kind of a hassle to move the seat post and the seat. So, I don't know. My main purpose when I got the suspension seat post, I wanted to see what that thing felt like on the cruiser. Now we know it actually does a really good job. I can move it off of there. I have that Giddy Up saddle on the cruiser. I think I'll just leave the Giddy Up saddle on the cruiser, which helps in itself. It won't be as nice as having the seat post on it, but the Suntour seat post on it. But yeah, it might be better served on the Jaguar Rundy. I know Rip One Outdoors has mentioned too that he's planning to put a seat post on his Jaguar Rundy as well. So yeah, maybe we're all thinking the same thing, you know. So anyway, that's what's new with that. So today I decided, well, let's take a ride out to Bussey Woods, see what's new out over there. Oh, here's an interesting thing. Let me tell you a new thing that we just recently did. You know, we had a 65-inch television up on our wall in our family room, and that television used to be at my digital photography school. Well, when I close the school, you know, everything comes back home. So we moved our 60-inch TV up to our bedroom, put the 65-inch TV up on the wall of the family room. But over the years, that thing has now started to darken a little bit. Certain portions of the display screen would get a little bit darker. So the pixels are kind of being messed up somehow. I mean, you can still see through it. It's not like you can't, but you know, you can see parts of it is dark, parts of it is okay. I think I will turn here, even though this thing says do another 0.3 miles. I usually turn here. And so we decided we need to replace the television because it was just getting worse and worse. It still wants me to move over. Okay, well, we'll follow whatever it tells us to do here. So we were looking for TVs, and of course, you know, everything's expensive. But I'll tell you, televisions have come down. Whoops, missed it. How you doing?
In 700 feet, turn right onto North Walnut Avenue.
What's up?
Got a day for riding, huh?
Yeah. This one is the Magicycle Deer.
Oh, you know, I saw a video on this. Is this a full suspension thing?
Yeah, it is full suspension. Take it off for a second here. Let me put the kickstand.
Battery?
20 amp hour.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, they gave me also another. You want to be on video?
Sure. They really buried it in that suspension. They did a good job of hiding that, really.
Yeah. So this is the battery here. They gave me a second battery too. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Greg.
There you go.
Gonna get Russ wet here.
Oh, let's move over. I get the bike all wet here. I'll move to the street.
That's all right. Nice.
I'll show the folks what the deer looks like too. Yeah, I was just gonna head over to Bussy Woods.
Okay, how do you get to Bussy Woods from here?
I don't know. You just
It'd be
go
that way as normally you go.
Probably is. I missed the turn.
Okay.
But it goes wherever. I just do Apple Maps. It tells me where to go.
Oh. I've done the Mount Prospect Trail a bunch of times too. Kind of worked my way up to the.
To the mall?
No, actually, I go follow the river.
Oh, okay, yeah. Des Plaines River thing.
You can cut across the river and follow the Des Plaines River Trail.
Yeah, people have told me to do that too.
But you need a second battery. It's kind of pushing the limits of my iBike. Yeah, I mean, I can get there and back on one battery, but if I start wandering around too much, I'll start running out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, I throttle a lot during these videos.
Yeah.
And then I try to pedal when I get back, but. Yeah, people always think that I'm never pedaling.
Right.
I says not on camera. I usually don't. So
right, yeah.
Otherwise, I'll sound winded. You know.
Nice color display.
Yep.
XWing Electric, you can get an aftermarket third-party.
Oh, to add another one, a different one.
You can add a color display. You can change the monochrome to color.
Okay.
It gives you some extra features and stuff, but monochrome works okay and it's pretty reliable.
Yeah, I'm okay with the monochrome.
It's all aluminum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice build.
This one's heavy. It's 93 pounds.
Okay.
But when I add the second battery, I'll strap it to the rear rack.
Right.
That just adds more weight to it.
You wire it in or just keep it as...
No, I just keep it. When I need to pop it out, put the new one in there.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I could do Bussy Woods and back with this one battery. It's not a problem.
I'm going to do the dual battery kit at some point where I'm going to wire it in.
Both together?
Time with the balancer. I told you that already.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just for the folks on camera, we run into each other every now and then, just so that you guys know.
It's been a lot lately.
Yeah, it has been. So, yeah.
Well, that's a nice looking bike, though.
Yeah, it is. It's the first one we had that had color. You know, all the other bikes were always white, black, gray.
That's kind of normal, white or black.
Yeah. So they sent this to me, and they called it forest green. And I said, that's not forest green, that's more neon green.
Right.
So they changed the name of the color based on what I told them they needed to call it.
Good. It is neon green.
It is kind of neon green.
I had a forest green car, an old British sports car.
That's kind of darker forest green, a lot darker, right? Yeah. See? And my wife looked at it, she goes, that's not forest green, it's got to be something else.
Well, I'll let you get on your ride, Russ.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Again.
I know you said that you were around here, I just didn't know which place.
I've seen you on your videos going past my house before.
Talk to you later.
I just knew it was you.
Yeah, it's me.
Proceed to the route.
Okay. So there you have it, another Russ is Right subscriber. No, we actually have run into each other quite a few times. I met him actually at one of the farmers markets. I think he was talking to Donut Jim at the time, but he rides a electric XP. So does Donut Jim, but Donut Jim recently bought a new bike too. Yeah, he went to who did he buy it from? I think he bought it from Fabulous up in Canada. So yeah, I have not seen his new bike, but he says he's enjoying it, so that's good. All right, well, good to see people. You know, let me say this too. I put it on a graphic on the video where we were out at Fox River Trail. Somebody yelled out, "Russ!" And I answered. I said, "Yes." But I guess he didn't hear me, and he just kept going. So had you stopped after you yelled Russ, yeah, you could have said hi. He did say, technically he did say hi, but we could have talked a little while. Yeah, if you guys happen to see me riding by, it's kind of hard to miss me, really. You know, I've got the yellow vest on. I'm a big, heavy guy. Who knows which bike I'll be riding at the time, so I can't tell you what bike. But yeah, stop and say hello if you see me. I told my sister, yeah, somebody yelled hi. She goes, "Oh, you're famous." And not quite. All right. So it wants me to turn here, so let's turn it. So it has its own way of going. So we'll go the way it tells us to go. I think this is going to probably put us back out on Euclid again. Oh, not this one. Where is it? 400 more feet. Yeah, the thing is, sometimes when I start talking, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to things, and then I miss the turns. Yeah. It's okay, no big deal. If you got a GPS, it'll tell you where to go. You mess up, it reroutes it. Something's flying into my eye again. Yeah, I've got to take out some of the other bikes. I haven't done all that stuff yet. I know I haven't taken out the Area 13 Blackbird in a while either. Yeah, one of these days we'll take that bike too. We gotta make its rounds. Now I still owe you guys a video with your questions that you had given me. But I tried to do it one day, and I put it on my phone, but you know, with the intensity of the sun, I couldn't even read it, and the type was so small, it was too difficult to tell, so I didn't do it. I'm trying to avoid these extra bumps, no reason to go over it. I mean, you do have a full suspension, you could go over it, but why submit your bike to something like that? I don't think I'm going to do the entire Bussy Woods. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride up to it, turn around and ride right back. I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to go through it. Bussy Woods is a commitment of time. I don't really have that much time today. I do need to start getting into some reviews of some other things. I mentioned that there was another product that came in. I need to get to that too. It's not a bike, but it is kind of bike related. But so many little odds and end things have been coming up, and then the weather wasn't perfect. You know, we had some rain out here and everything, and so I haven't done that yet. I think that might be the next thing I'm gonna have to really work on. Let me say this, you know, we try to do videos on Tuesday through Saturday. If for some reason you don't see a video from me for a certain day, it's probably because I'm working on a review or something, and I'm not able to get a standard video out. So I apologize for that in advance if that happens. But I think it might have to happen this coming week, if anything. I'll still try my best to do it. I usually release these videos at 6 a.m. Central Time. Like I know today's video, that today being Thursday, as I'm writing, I had put it for a release at 6 a.m. but accidentally put it for release on Friday instead of Thursday. I don't know how that happened. And so I usually look at the statistics a little bit later in the day, and here it was close to 8 o'clock already in the morning, and I said, hey, where's the video? So I took a look at it and I go, oh, I put it down for the wrong day. So I released it a little bit after 8 a.m. on Thursday. So if you were looking for a video from me, it did come out. It just came out late because of that. Typically what I do is I will make a video and then upload it to YouTube, because YouTube takes a while for it to process its high definition stuff. So I have to get it up there the night before, and then by the next morning it's ready to go. So if you release the video the minute you upload it, it's going to come out at like 360 resolution, because YouTube still has to do its high definition stuff. So the best thing is to upload in advance, then let it sit overnight, let it do its thing, and then by the time the morning happens, you know, your video comes out at 4K. So let me get back to this television I was talking about before we got flagged down. So we bought another television through Costco.com. It was the last day of the sale, so we bought it sight unseen. But we had seen a number of televisions at Costco in the past, but we didn't get a chance to actually view this TV. I think I don't even know if it was available at the warehouses. I think it was only available online. It's not the best TV, but I'm telling you, considering how old the other television was, the 65-inch that we had, any TV would have been an upgrade, because that was still a 1080p. So we never had a 4K television. And so my wife said, hey, they've got a Samsung for $500. It's a 70-inch TV for $500 from Samsung, and all our TVs are Samsung TVs. So I kind of figured, well, okay, we kind of know what it's going to look like, because we have Samsung TVs on. I think we could turn here. I don't know why this thing's taking me this other way. So we took a gamble and we just ordered it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, this is the first 4K TV we had. So I'm producing 4K content, and I've never even seen my own stuff in 4K. How do you like that? So yeah, we had to take it off the wall. You know, we have it mounted on the wall, so the two of us took it off the wall. That television was heavier than the new one. 65-inch, but it was heavier because it's older technology. The new TV is only about 50 pounds. I don't know how heavy the old one is. Uh-oh, I think we got to turn. Yep, we got to turn. So so we're both on ladders, lifting it up and doing it. And of course, it's never 100% level. So we had to put little shims of, I used RUSSISRIGHT business cards to shim it a little bit to make sure that it looked level. But after it was all done, you know, I took a look at it and I said, well, yeah, actually looks pretty nice. The only thing that I've noticed with the new televisions is the colors look so saturated now to me. I think it's oversaturated, and the reason I feel that is because grass doesn't look that green in real life. But all this grass here looks really deep green, and I'm like, that's not the reality of it. You know, being a former photographer and looking at color balance and white balance and everything, I'm like, that doesn't look right to me. I tried to make adjustments, but it doesn't allow me to adjust. The old television gave me a chance to be able to adjust it the way I wanted it. This one doesn't. So I guess we're gonna have to just kind of live with it. Get used to the fact that it's gonna be saturated colors. You know, my daughter and son-in-law, they had a TV too. I think theirs was an LG. They have, I don't know, what is it, 75 inch? It's pretty big. Same thing, it's very saturated in colors. So, and I know going to Costco and stuff, all the TVs have that saturated color look. I mean, it pops it out, but that's not the reality of what it really is. So did we notice a difference in size from 65 to 70? Not really. Not really. It looks pretty much the same to me. It's not that much bigger. It's only 5 inches more in diagonal, but based on where we put it, I think that's the maximum I would like to put up there. I guess we could go to 75 if we wanted to, but yeah, it would just kind of dominate that whole thing. So no, we're not going to do it. 70 is, I think, plenty at this point. So now we have the issue of getting rid of the old television. How do we get rid of the old television? I mean, it still works. It's not like you can't watch it. It's just that certain areas are a little darker than the other areas.
Turn left onto West Orchard Street.
So we thought about that. That's called hitting the brakes. We thought about that, and you know, unless we give it away to somebody, if somebody wanted it, I mean, it would be a good TV to put in some place that you really didn't care. Like some people put TVs in their garages or patios or whatever, you know, covered patios. Yeah, it would be great for that. I don't think it would be a big issue. But when it's the main TV you watch all day long, you don't want to see parts of it darker than other parts. I think it's the pixels start to go or something. It's not like dead pixels where you see splotches and like it's missing. It's there, it's just darker. It's just like the backlighting of it or something gets darker in certain areas. All right, we gotta turn here. So anyway, we got to get rid of that TV. Now, if you wanted to get rid of it instead of giving it away to somebody, that'll now cost you money. Yeah. Why is it taking me to Arlington Heights Road? I don't want to do that. Okay. Forget it. I'm not going to do it. We're heading home. Forget it. I said we weren't going to do the whole thing anyway. Let's just head home. Or if not home, back in the general area. That's not what I wanted. Let me pull off for a second here. All right, let's see. We don't want that. How do I get rid of it?
Starting route to home.
All right, so I've reprogrammed it to head back into our general area. Yeah, we weren't gonna do Bussy Woods anyway. There's no reason to keep going forward and have to take a major road and risk yourself. We'll just head back in our general area. So let's get back to this whole television business. Yeah, to get rid of something, now you have to pay to throw things out. I made the comment that you know, currently people don't fix things anymore. It's now of a society of it doesn't work, throw it out, buy a new one. I mean, there was a time when people would bring electronics in to repair shop and get it fixed. Not anymore. Everything is now throw it out, get a new one. It's kind of a pity. I know a lot of electronics repair people have lost jobs because of that. I know a couple of them actually that they can't work as electronics repair guys anymore because nobody brings anything in anymore. Yeah, that's kind of a pity, isn't it? But I did know too that the TV sizes are so much larger now, so much better now, and they cost a lot less now. I remember the days when we were in the stereo business. This would be late 70s. I don't know why I'm squeaking so much. I think it's because it's damp. The last couple days have been kind of damp. So when you hit the brakes hard, the thing just squeals. Yeah, I got to bed in the brakes again or something. I don't know. So back in those days, late 70s and 80s, I know televisions were like 26-inch, CRT, big, heavy, deep TV sets. And those TVs would be, $1,200, $1,300 for really good ones, right? Well, look at them now. We just get a 70-inch flat screen, high definition 4K TV. Oops, supposed to turn there. I missed that one too. Let's go around. Up ahead doesn't look like I can. Let's see what happens here. I should just turn around here, otherwise I'm going to go up to the areas that I don't want to be in again. Yep, see, we're squealing. Hard turn, and we're squealing, hitting the brakes. Yeah, I can't do U-turns very easily on these fat tire bikes. So, so you get this 70-inch television for $500 that is so much better looking than any of the other TVs we had in the past. I mean, I'll give you an example of how things have changed. Back in the day, we used to go to the Consumer Electronics Show. It used to be held in Chicago. In fact, they used to hold it in Chicago and in Vegas. Now it's just in Vegas now. So now it's once a year in Vegas. Well, people used to bring televisions to show their products off and stuff. They would have custom-made crates to bring their big projection television sets. Remember those projection TVs, how big those things were? Yeah, they were huge. Yeah, I don't want to go through here either. Why is it telling me to go this way? In fact, the street's blocked off up ahead. Very strange. I think we're going to have to turn. Yeah, let's turn. Yeah, they blocked off the entire street. Alright, let's make the turn. The lady stopped anyway. And so you'd have to crate this television, send it off to the trade show, crate it all back, and send it back to your home base. Think about the cost of the shipping of all that. Today, if I was a manufacturer and I was going to show something, I wouldn't bring anything. I'd just go to Vegas and buy a television. Buy a television, use it for the trade show, and then sell the television off to somebody. Get rid of it. Don't even bring it back with you. It's not worth it. If the TVs are that big and they're only $500, it's not worth it. It's not worth trucking it and all that stuff. Times have changed. Yeah, and the TVs look better now. Yeah, just bring a stand, like a television stand. You could buy a stand even while you're out there. All right. All right. This ride is turning into something else. And by the way, I still have not sewn the hold on. Still have not sewn the windscreen onto my microphone. I was gonna do that because I keep losing the windscreen. Yep. Keep forgetting to do it. Too lazy to do it when I should be doing it. So here's one thing that I've noticed with this bike and also the Ocelot Pro and the Jaguar Rundy is that if you because these bikes have like the cruise control, if you bear down on that throttle, the thing will start taking off on you, you know, to full blast. So you have to kind of like touch the brake or a little bit to kind of cut out the cruise control. Otherwise the bike will kind of go too fast for you. And I know that's been a hassle for a lot of people, and it's not hard to fix it. When you feel like it's okay, it's going off on its own, just tap the front brake a little bit or start pedaling a little bit. That'll stop the cruise control. But you know, the fact that you have to do it, it's kind of a hassle. Like here, I just took off using the throttle, and then I could feel it start going to its maximum. And sometimes when it's kind of kicked in a cruise control, and then you back off and then you try to throttle it a little bit, you don't feel any throttle happening. It's like it's not doing it. So what you do is tap the brake a little bit, and then it'll just like reset it, and then it'll allow you to throttle up again. You know, for a guy like me who does a lot of throttling whenever I'm camera, it's kind of a hassle. Yeah, I think that's a little flaw that they can kind of work on. You know, that somehow it just doesn't just take off by itself so easily. Or like right now, I'm on cruise control right now. I didn't wait 8 seconds and it already took it. I think it's usually from the first start. When you first start it up, it takes it. And if you do full blast when you start up, because you want to get moving quicker, it'll go to full blast. You know, it'll just start taking off on you and going up to 28 miles an hour if you have it set that way. So this is where some people said it's dangerous. I can see them saying that. You just got to know how to deal with it. Yeah, you just got to know that when it happens, just tap on the brake a little bit. That'll cancel it, and then you can do it the way you want to do it. Let me address this whole issue about the pedaling again too, because I get that question every now and then that, you know, do you ever pedal? All right, I'm pedaling right now. Sometimes I pedal and throttle at the same time. No, I don't usually pedal when I'm on camera. Yeah, I usually just throttle it, and the reason is because I don't want to sound winded on these videos. If I see, like right now, it's its maximum, and then it didn't take it. So if I tap it, then I can change the intensity of the cruise control, or I should say the intensity of the throttle at that point. So no, I don't usually pedal when I'm talking on camera because I don't want to sound winded. And you guys know what that sounds like. When I was on the Velotric, yeah, it was like the Class 1 bike. I was only able to get like 9 to 12 miles an hour, and I sounded really out of breath. Yeah, because I have no option. I have no throttle on that bike, so I have to pedal. And so to do what I do on YouTube and pedal, yeah, I sound out of breath. Yeah. So this is why when you see my videos, oftentimes you don't see me pedaling. Or if you see me pedaling at all, it's just a little here and there just to kind of keep my knees moving. And then you'll see me stop again, and then I'll throttle the rest. So that's just an explanation of why you don't usually see me pedaling. You know, the thing is when you have cars, you signal that you're going to turn, they're going to think you're going to turn in front of them. The best thing is, if you want them to go, you know, just give them a little wave, just like, come on, you know, so that they know. Although, because they don't want to run you over either. Probably not a good thing. You won't like it. They won't like it either. So yeah, just give them like, all right, come on, you know, give them a little come here, you know, that type of thing, and then they'll know that you want them to go first. Really, if the car goes first, it's faster. I mean, they can get through that intersection faster than we can. So yeah, just do a hand signal. Let them know. It's a nice day today. It's after a rain. It didn't. I don't think. Did it rain yesterday? I don't know which day it rained. Either yesterday or the day before. It rained. Still feels a little muggy out here. All right, we gotta take a left over here. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna let them go through. Let everyone go through. It's a long wait. Yeah, if you use your throttle to get started instead of pedaling to get started from a dead stop, it makes it easier. But again, if you take this bike and you full blast throttle it to get through, it'll go into like a runaway mode. It'll go to 28 miles an hour and it'll just jump up to that level for you. So yeah, you got to be a little careful. I think the whole thing with these bikes, you know, and people have little complaints here and there about the bikes because they're not perfect. None of these things are. You just got to learn your bike, really. You just got to learn the bike. You got to find out which way you want to go and how you want to do it, what your bike can do, what your bike can't do, you know, that type of stuff. For me, I've ridden many bikes now. They all have their little things that they do differently. The hard thing for me is just remembering and keeping straight which bike does what, you know, to remain safe. So, yeah, I'm messing with things flying into my eyes again. Yeah, even though I wear sunglasses, even though I have sunglasses on, still kind of goes around it. All right, let's see. I think we will we'll pass through a stoplight up ahead. Then I'm going to stop and take a drink of water. I'm really kind of thirsty. Yeah, on the Deer, I don't have a front basket on here. You could put one on. I don't have one on here. I could put that that extra one that I had. I could put it on here, but I don't think so. I may just leave it off. Most of my bikes have baskets on them. Maybe this will be the one that I leave off on. But because of that, my water bottle has no place to be put. There is no water bottle boss on this thing. So what I did is I zip tied it to the rear rack, but it's not as convenient, right? I mean, I can't just easily grab it while I'm riding. Okay, this guy's letting me go through. Most of the guys will let you go through. They don't want to run you over. They don't know what you're really gonna do, so they'll just wave you on. All right, let me grab some water here. All right, so for this bike, I have to stop to get some water. Other bikes, okay, I missed my turn again. That's too much thinking. Okay, we're gonna do this roundabout thing. This is my turnaround area. Whenever I miss my turn, I come down this cul-de-sac and turn back around. Yeah, so this one, I have to stop, grab the water bottle from the back, and then continue on. So having the water bottle by the front is a lot easier, of course. But no front basket on here, so I can't do it. Kept thinking, what did we do before? Oh, I turned too early. This is a cul-de-sac too. All right, we'll just turn around. Yeah, we're all over the place today. What do we do before zip ties? Yeah, zip ties really made it easy, you know.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West Alexandria Street.
Yeah, zip ties made it easy. Without zip ties, how would people have attached things? String? It's not as strong. Zip ties are definitely definitely the way to go. Yeah, don't worry if you don't have you know, water bottle bosses. Just find a rack or something. Zip tie it to the rack. Certain things I have a lot of. Water bottle cages would be one of them. What else are you? Mirrors. Always have to buy some mirrors. A number of mirrors have been provided to me from Magicycle. I put them on the Magicycle bikes, but even so, I think one or two of the bikes don't have mirrors on it from Magicycle. They have other brands. So I requested Magicycle mirrors to put on those bikes as well. Kind of keep it all Magicycle.
Turn right onto the bike path.
So how are we doing on the new bike front? Well, 3 of the new bikes have already arrived. A 4th one is coming. And yet another one was offered to me today, but I had to turn it down. I just don't have enough time to do it. Not that I didn't want that bike to work with, but I've got too many at this point to deal with. I just can't do it. Later on, I am heading out on a cruise later this year, and so that eats up like a week or so. So there's only so much I can do before a certain time before I start stacking up too much, and then, you know, nobody gets anything finished. Then nobody's happy at that point. All right, anyway, we're heading back. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to me. We didn't talk too much about bikes today. Talked a little bit about televisions and things, and you know, you do what you can, right? Some days it's just a lazy day, today being one of them. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.